Hey there, friends. A very happy Sunday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz with a look at your forecast. Today it's going to be chilly. We'll have increasing rain the back half of our day. We actually have a warmer front that's offshore, and that's going to push some warmer air into the area, and that's going to cause our snow levels to spike to about 8,000 feet potentially by tomorrow. But before then, we'll still get mountain snow. This is later, though, especially for the North Cascades. The passes will get a couple of inches as well, but then that's pretty much it for the remainder of the week. It's going to be soggy and mild all week long. So to put it in a perspective, Friday we had the snow. Our temperatures barely even hit the 40-degree mark. Next week we're pushing 60 degrees, or I should say this week we're pushing 60 degrees. Spring begins on Friday and it's going to feel like spring. Let's talk about the big picture right now. You see all of this moisture that is just going around this ridge. I'm sure you've heard about this heat dome that's just going to bake the southwestern portion and the west coast of the United States. That is going to, so with all of that moisture going around that, it's going to send us very warm waves of rain. The atmospheric river as a whole, the bulk of it, is going to take aim toward British Columbia, but still over Washington as well. So it's essentially that conveyor belt of moisture. And so while the desert southwest, they're expecting days above 100 degrees, we're going to be warm, but not that warm, but we're also going to deal with that warm rain. Here's a look at the snow level forecast for the next couple of days. So it's going to come up as we go through today and tonight, and then about 7,000 to 8,000 feet pretty much all week long. By next weekend, though, coming back down to about 4,000 feet or so. And this paints the picture of where the most and the bulk of the moisture will go. So taking you through the next couple of days, you see the blues and then the vibrant colors taking aim toward British Columbia. That's Monday. Some of it will start to move into northern Washington a little bit as we head to Tuesday, and then likely at times right over Washington Wednesday and Thursday. And so we are going to have breaks in the rain, but it's just going to be wave after wave. And so heavy rain is likely at times, and it's going to be over our snow as well up in the mountains. Into Monday, it's really going to be more focused to the north of us. The morning will be wet, but then afternoon likely on the drier side. And once again, we are going to have that heavier rain on top of the snow. And this might be a little difficult to see, but this is from the Northwest River Forecast Center showing some of our rivers, and they're in the yellow. This is the forecast too, which means action stage. So yes, we will see some river rises, but the question is just how much rain will fall? How much will it fill our rivers? It's going to happen regardless, but for now, none of our rivers are forecast to hit flood stage, but that could certainly change. The heaviest rain is going to fall over the Olympic Peninsula, as well as the northern portion of the state, so north and maybe central Cascades. So we'll fine tune the forecast as we get a little closer, but just know it's going to be a very warm and very wet week. Temperatures each day going to be in the mid, maybe upper 50s, but then we start to dry things out a little bit. That atmospheric river is going to eventually clear by Friday when spring begins, pushing 60 degrees. Few showers on Saturday, around 58 degrees. Let's take you outside because we can finally see the mountains. So much snow fell atop all of our mountains, and you can really just see the snow-capped mountains off in the distance, and of course Mount Rainier hiding under the clouds. Here's a look from our Columbia Center tower cam. Once again, you can see some snow off in the distance, whereas the rest of us in the lowlands, most of that snow is gone. It melted. Let's take you up to Snoqualmie Pass. As you can imagine, now that it's open, the ski resorts are packed, and you can see people lining up there. This is, again, Snoqualmie Pass with more snow headed that way, but only a couple of inches once we start to get some more of that moisture moving in. This is as of about 8:30 this morning, so make sure you check in with WashDOT. But Stevens Pass, traction tires advised. The rest, Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, no restrictions. Highs today generally in the mid and upper 40s to about 50 and going to be below normal. Our average high this time of year is about 54, so we're not going to hit that. Overnight, 30s and 40s will have some rain, so we'll kick things off Monday with rain, but then it tapers off as that plume of moisture lifts back to the north. So tomorrow will be a little warmer. Some of you, in fact, could even warm to the low and mid 60s, especially for those who may stay on the dry side, but colder to our north, but still low and mid 50s. Let's walk you through the futurecast. Here's this afternoon. You see increasing rain over the Olympic Peninsula. Then it continues to spread over the area later in the afternoon, the evening. We get that mountain snow. It's not going to be super heavy, but it's something before our snow levels go way up. Here's overnight. You see more snow falling, but you see less of that blue and the purples. That's indicating that switch from snow to rain up in the mountains. So some warm rain tomorrow, as you see there, but we'll likely get that rain shadow setting up as well. So some of you may not get much in the way of rain, but then watch what happens. There goes all that moisture. It lifts back to the north, but then here we go. It comes right back into Monday night and into Tuesday. And some of this could be a little on the heavy side. You see how it's just waves of rain into Tuesday evening as well. In terms of how much rain, this is just one model guidance or one model run to just kind of give you an idea of where the heaviest rain will set up. But I think it does a beautiful job showing just that. So the Olympic Peninsula, the coast, and then basically north of Seattle. So Whatcom County, all the way Skagit County. So you can really see the distinction of who gets the bulk of it versus who gets the bulk of the rain and the drier spots. Keep in mind with last week's atmospheric river, Olympia southward just got hammered with a lot of rain. So it's almost the opposite this time around. In terms of snow, here's through Friday, you see not a lot. And so basically today and tonight, that's going to be the chance where we get that additional snow. Then after that, with snow levels so high, it's just not going to happen. So get ready for, again, a wet week. It's going to be blustery maybe at times, temperature-wise in the mid and upper 50s next weekend. We could start to cool down a little bit. It might take till Sunday, but next weekend for now does not look as though it's going to be nearly as wet.